Hello?
You know you ain't pay for this.
Bitch,
What?
let me tell you what happened. All these niggas in my DM, they be capping. I'm laughing, but I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
Let's start a podcast to talk about it.
Ooh, let's give them something they can relate to.
Yep.
Made for the ladies, but niggas can listen to. Talk about experience, give advice. Don't forget to follow us and
You know you ain't pay
subscribe.
for this.
What's up? It's your girl D,
And it's your girl Cle.
and this is Bitch. Wait, what?
Okay, start over.
Wah, 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 wah.
Okay,
Okay, what's up? It's your girl D,
and it's your girl Cle.
and this is
Is bitch.
Bitch. Let me tell you what happened. We delayed like a motherfucker again, but it's okay because we still in slick quarantine a little bit, you know.
A little bit. So, look, I need to put my phone on silent already.
Right. Got them test results. Phone been beaming.
Potential client. This is about a client, but yeah. So you guys, we can start this episode about. I'm gonna give you guys a COVID update. So I went and got tested on yesterday, and I got my results back, and your girl is negative. No more COVID-19, y'all. I was just so stressed out about it because not only, of course, who wants to be sick, and who wants to have this deadly disease that really is unpredictable. So I was already stressed about that. Then with me living home with my parents, I felt some type of way because I was just very fearful of getting them sick. And then the pressure was on me, like if I could have possibly ruined Thanksgiving. Like my grandmother and my baby cousin comes every year, and I possibly could have ruined fucking Thanksgiving,
I
And
would say ruin it. It's just, I mean, that was an unpredictable thing that happened that really could happen to anybody at any given time.
it can, but I didn't want it on me.
Right.
I ain't gonna be like, well, Clashandra done went out and she got COVID.
But that's
And
the thing though. Like, I personally have always felt most people have gotten COVID in the comforts of their home from like a family member. It don't necessarily mean that you getting out clubbing because that's how we got it. We got it chilling,
I done put so
unsuspectingly. Huh?
I done sat here and put so much fucking chapstick on. I just kept rolling. I ain't even paying no attention. I'm just constantly
That
rolling.
shit is addictive, friend. But yeah, like I was saying, people, it's like a stigma about it. And to be honest, just going through the whole experience, it's like, people are really just, doing their everyday routine. Some people have to go to work. Like me, I have to go to work. You have to go to work, and not afforded the opportunity to work from home. So, I mean, you run that risk getting it from work. And with the symptoms not being able to show up until as late as like 14 days, you could have it and be at work. And by the time you start showing symptoms, you've been to your mama's house, you've been to the store, you've been to,
I got
work.
how they tell us wear a mask at all times.
Right. So mask on.
Even when you're with your family or whatever. So I definitely am excited about that, you guys, and happy about my my negative COVID test.
Mhm.
But since I already know what you've been doing all week long, like tell the people anything exciting happened in quarantine this week?
Not shit.
Not shit, nothing.
Well, the
I mean,
most exciting thing was my kid's dad and my son. They came to the house. They brought a gift for my daughter, and they did like a little fireworks show for her. So that really just made me happy because my daughter, she tired of me. Basically, she tired of being in the house with me, and she ready to go hang out with her brother and her dad. And I'm ready for my son to come back and be all up under me and mama, mama, mama. So that's been the major thing that I've done all week. We're going to get our test hopefully tomorrow, the latest Thursday. I believe we're going to be negative as well because our symptoms have dramatically decreased, basically non-existent. So usually by then you are no longer contagious and you tend to test negative. So I'm hoping, or I'm thinking positive about it. So
yes, about it. Oh, I can hear myself.
yeah, you hear yourself and you kind of breaking up a little bit too.
I guess when I be like, I can hear myself back from your like your computer. I can hear myself back.
Yeah, so guys, just work with us today on this episode because we're just trying out different things to see what works for us, as we learn this podcasting thing.
Yeah, because I'm gonna take a job. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no joke. This shit is a job. Like I slick could have went without doing this episode today, but we want to be consistent for you guys, and we wasn't gonna leave you hanging. But I've been in quarantine all week too, but I did have a little action, just a little bit. I got a random text from a guy
I
that
thought somebody pulled up.
girl, they not gonna pull up, girl. And I'm like, one dude was like, I want to see you. I want to pull up on you. And I'm like, did you hear me when I said I got COVID? Like,
I told you what we say in the first episode. Men are willing to risk it all.
for some pussy. What he was, that was the thing. He wasn't, like it wasn't even. He's nobody that I even deal with on that level or talk to like that for him to even, think that he just want. I guess he said he just wanted to see me or whatever. And I'm just like, dude, wait,
Nah, he didn't have that shit.
Oh, he probably done already had coronavirus.
And he
Could
think he immune. So
have
he
that.
was trying to get him some COVID head.
Yeah, but our old little friend ended up texting me, and I really probably shouldn't have replied, but I kind of like him. Like I'm interested. I put it like that. I don't know if I like him. I'm interested because something about him just kind of intrigues me. But
Who is this little friend?
I'll text it to you.
Say
I don't
hello to my little friend.
I can't I can't name drop on here, but I told you about him. Truck driver. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. What? Oh yeah, okay.
The one I was on FaceTime in Dallas.
Yeah. Whoa. Inside joke. Anyway.
I don't Yeah, I'm like, girl, don't say that. But that was the only action I had this week, girl, because the girl been quarantining and I've been doing a little work from home with my business jewelry box. So I had a couple of orders, had to get those out and everything like that. But other than that, that's all the hell that's been going on with me this week. So hopefully, I go back to work tomorrow, y'all. Slaying some heads. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I'll get some action. Now that your girl go back outside.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Once I'm negative, I'll probably wait another 2 weeks, just to be 100% sure.
how I'm still feeling. Like, even though I'm excited, I'm happy about I'm not gonna just go full force. I have to be very selective about who I let see me because I don't know who these niggas fucking with.
Right.
And I ain't going through that shit no more. Period.
And I might have to give me a boyfriend. Damn.
To sit down somewhere. I mean, it's nothing wrong. I want a boyfriend. I want.
But
Anyway.
that's because you've been single for, a period of time. I'm newly single and I've only been in my own place for like 6 months. So it's like I can come and go as I please for the most part, especially when I don't have my kids. I don't really interact with guys like that when I have my kids here. But it's like I've been committed to somebody for 8, 9 years, and now it's like, even though I want that commitment, it's like I know I'm not ready for it. I feel like I'm not gonna do right. So don't even put myself in that position to hurt anybody else. So I'm dating and just enjoying myself. And if the right person come along, then I'll make that decision when I get to that bridge. But we have a couple of topics that we want to talk about. Now, I had wanted to talk about this particular topic last week when we did our live, but I, steered away from it because I felt like it was going to be too serious and, I wasn't really familiar with the situation and I don't really like to speak on things that I'm not knowledgeable about. But since this past week, a lot has transpired, and unfortunately, we're going to get a little serious, but we're going to talk about these rapper shootings that have occurred.
Our topics are very serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real. But hey, I guess I can hear myself. I don't know if the volume is up too high.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me try to adjust my volume. And at the same time, it could be when we try to talk at the same time, it might do that. Because I think you tend to cut out when we talk at the same time. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I hear myself from your computer, like playing back to me.
That's probably why we probably need some head to keep the
I think I might have enough juice.
Okay. Well, as she's getting her headphones together, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the topic. As we were saying, there were a lot of rappers that were shot. Two specifically were shot and killed in this week, or well, this past week. And I'm not really familiar with them and their music. However, I feel like it was important for us to talk about this specifically because it's affecting the Black community and our young Black men. And those two were King Von and, correct me if I'm wrong, is Mo3, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Mo3.
They were shot and they were killed. King Von was killed.
I still hear myself. I hear myself a whole lot more now.
Okay, it's worse.
I feel like it. Well, it's like it comes and it goes. Oh, I'm sick of this shit. Edit that part out.
Go live.
Live did the same thing.
You had a ring back on live?
I'm saying we had issues with live.
I know, but it's not the audio quality. But I'm recording, so to be honest, it's picking up fine on my end. So whatever I'm recording is what's gonna pick up. Versus what you're recording. It might be a little uncomfortable for you. So I guess we can keep going. I just edit this part out. So as I was saying, King Von and Mo3 were shot and killed. King Von got into a fight in Atlanta and there was a shootout. And Mo3, he was being chased. It was like a car chase. And he was shot and he was killed. And then I run like crazy, enough. Lil Boosie was shot. while he was in Houston, paying his respects to Mo3. And then Betty the Butcher was shot while he was at the mall in Houston. And of course, within the past 2 to 3 years, we've lost Nipsey Hussle, Pop Smoke, and I can't pronounce his name. I'm gonna call it Triple X. I think we call him Triple X for short. They all were shot and killed. And so now, I'm thinking to myself, like, what is really going on, like, with this beef? Like, are we still doing this in 2020, like, with this rap beef? And then you think about Megan Thee Stallion who got shot. It was a different scenario, but that could have tragically ended her life, because of whatever situation happened with it. So I'm just, concerned that, a lot of young rappers are losing their lives and getting seriously injured from this crazy rap beef. Prime example, there's this guy in Memphis that I know that raps. He was supposed to be like on a showcase performance that I did like 2 years ago, and he was shot, and they like shot his car up, and
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, by the grace of God, God spared that man. He really could have and probably should have died. And it's just off some of the foolish things.
Yeah.
The question is street cred really that important when your life is at risk?
I mean, of course, I don't know because I'm not a rapper. But what I can say, girl, I didn't know the text message was gonna be coming in on my iPad. Anyway, but like I'm not a rapper, so of course I don't know. But I do feel like it's for these young black men and how a lot of black men are raised, like black men are very prideful, period. Like they won't back down. And it's like, for some reason, backing down makes you weak. You know what I'm saying? Not retaliating makes you weak. Cause even now with the stuff that was going on with, I think it's the King Von guy. I think he's really, really close with another rapper, Dirk. I don't know if it's Lil
Dirk
or something like that. And so he was really close with him. And so I saw like people trolling him. I think another rapper was trolling him, saying stuff like, what's that other rapper that they call a rat?
Takashi.
Yeah. They had he was saying stuff like, you still rapping, you should be shooting, or why you don't have any guns or something like that, in reference to like, somebody killed my friend, I'm gonna go shoot them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure, and then they said that Dirk it was some other rapper that was affiliated, I guess they think had something to do with the killing. It's really sound like it's all a bunch of bullshit. It's like, this my friend, I don't like you. This my friend, I don't like you. And we on this side of the town and you on this side of the town.
And from what I'm hearing, it was related to, and I could be wrong, because I didn't really thoroughly look into it because I just didn't want to vex my spirit that way, because I carried it a lot when I hear about our young black men being shot and killed. And I didn't want my anxiety to flare up. So I just, made myself aware of it. But from what I've heard and read, it was something related to a baby mama, or a girlfriend or something that they both dated or shared or something like that. And I could be wrong.
No, if that's happened, but I know with the Mo3 situation, I read this on a blog that they were they said that it was a girl who set Mo3 up. It was a girl involved some kind of way. And that's why they said he left. He was at the girl house and he realized he was being followed, and he jumped on the interstate to avoid the people who were chasing him. He thought he would lose them, but he ended up crashing into a wall. Now, I don't know how true the story is, but this is what the blog posted. He crashed into a wall. At that point, when he jumped out the car to run for his life, and they shot him in the head. But I was told that this was a female that set him up. So,
and that's so crazy. So, that's word to the wise, like guys in particular, and rappers. You have to be careful about your circle. Unfortunately, in this time with social media, we tend to, want to flex for the gram and all that type of stuff. But people are watching you.
they
People are
are.
watching you. I know you want to share your success with, your friends and your followers. And sometimes you just want to stun on your haters, but is it really worth putting yourself at risk of getting shot and killed? That's what happened to Pop Smoke. He posted, some stuff that he had bought, and I guess inadvertently shared his address, and folks pulled up on him, and that was it. You know, and that's the sad part about it. You can innocently put yourself at risk. And I know, like with the rap game, part of the image is to be, you know, flossing or flexing or whatever the terms that people use these days.
Almost be a gangster now. And one thing about gangsters, like if you ever pay attention though, I wanted to say something about this, but if you pay attention, both of these stories got something to do with what the problem stem from a female, a baby mama, a bitch setting you up. You know what I'm saying? Like men, women should be careful because we have men out here who are sexual predators, but men need to be careful
Right.
messing with the wrong chick too. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Going over to these girls' houses just because she fine or whatever. You don't know which nigga she fuck with, what nigga done put her up to this, what type of female she is, because it's some crazy shit, that happen. Because if you watch every gangster movie that's
Mhm.
it's always a woman in the center of it. It's always a woman that causes stuff to happen, like men, somebody get mad and do this. It's always a woman. The wrong woman could be your fucking demise, men. And also, like, quit going over these bitches' houses.
Right.
And then quit letting them come over your house. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I'm glad I have. I have a good discerning spirit. So I can kind of tell, like, I don't want to go to that nigga house. You know what I'm saying? Then might have one, okay, I might feel a little bit comfortable going over to his house. But like, just stop going over to these people's houses, and like you said, be careful about the circle of people that you hang around, and not post every fucking thing. Like, I hate to see this bullshit on the internet. Like, business owners, I'm a business owner, but I would never fucking get on there and post how much money I made in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or my house that I just bought. That's crazy.
Like that. If my house I just bought, if I want to share that, make sure you be careful about, if people, that it's not a neighborhood that's super recognizable or something like that. However, like, why do people post shit like that? Like, I like to post things too every now and again, flex if I get something, if I'm wearing something nice. But I hate to see people post money on the internet. Like, to me, that is just
That for me, that's asking for it.
definitely
whether it's real or fake, you're
like,
asking for it.
people post their fucking bank statements with their with their balance. Why are you showing people this shit? I guess we old school, because like, stuff like that you keep to yourself. You don't need
Right.
to know.
You don't ask how old I am. You don't ask how much money I make.
You ask who I'm fucking neither. Like,
Right. Those things are off limits. Because like with me back in the dating scene, like guys, and I know we've said this before, guys, they really are willing to risk it all. And I tell them all the time when they want to come to my house or want me to come over there, I say, you don't know me from Adam. And just because I'm attracted to you, I could be setting you up. I can have my goons waiting for you when you pull up, or I can pull up with some guns. Yeah, you might have a pistol, but your one little pistol ain't gonna stop 6 guns. So men and women, y'all be careful about who y'all be around, you know, not to live your life in fear, but we're in a time where people don't give a fuck. They don't care who you are.
They
You
don't.
know, in Nipsey's situation, he was shot and killed by somebody he know in front of his store in broad daylight, in front
Now,
of him.
popular fucking opinion. I will say this, like I like Nipsey Hussle. I was like a big fan of his music, but I remember him from back in the day, because I watch a lot of music videos, and I started following him on Instagram because of Lauren London when they were dating, and I thought, oh, they so cute, da 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 da. But anyway, I just kind of from the story that I heard about the Nipsey Hussle situation, they said that he like really punked the dude out or something,
Mhm.
like he um like made like embarrassed him in front of everybody and like called him out. Like, I don't know how true this is. I didn't hear this story. I mean, I didn't. The public, I didn't really hear like a lot of people say this story. I think it was a blog that I might have read this on or heard it because it was a guy on a phone call who called into like a radio station and said what happened. I guess he was there. But anyway, they say he embarrassed the dude like really, really bad. And it goes back to what we were saying, like men have pride issues.
Mhm.
You embarrassed the fuck out of that man, like, you know, he didn't deserve to die. But when you're living that kind of lifestyle where you know niggas gonna try to retaliate, you know what I'm saying? And you know, he let his guard down, really. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in his part of town and he was where he was supposed to be. You know, and if the dude came and they said he was a snitch or something like that, or um he was somebody that was also known in the neighborhood too, like Nipsey was. But they said that Nipsey had like punked him out real bad, and so I guess he got upset and came back up there and and shot him and killed him. Which that video was very very fucking disturbing. Like
Yeah, that was kind of traumatizing to me because it was I like I said, I didn't know him musically, but I heard of him and how he was doing different things in the community. And I always admired that. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a big Nipsey Hussle fan, but just to hear that, you know, how he was trying to turn his life around and help other people turn their lives around. And for him to be killed, you know, over an argument or disagreement, that lets us know that men have to work better with their emotions and their feelings. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? If somebody lay their hands on you or talk to you crazy, your first instinct is to retaliate. But as you mature, you learn sometimes you just need to step back and say, is this really worth me arguing and fighting about? You know,
yeah,
because it could turn into something else.
he's still alive. He's in jail.
Right. And
You
he
know what I'm
had
saying?
just gotten out.
Well, he must have shit life then. Cause baby, I'm tell you something. I've been in that motherfucker for one day, and I ain't never going back. Okay, ever, never,
Record. No.
ever. Yes, but we just want to, say, rest in peace to those young men who lost their lives. And I was telling Deanna about this earlier. It's some other rappers in Memphis that's local. I think it's damn, what's the dude that be with Dolph? I know one of them is the Lil Migo dude, and he is signed with CMG, which is Yo Gotti. And then it's and I like the little dude too. I can't even think of his fucking name. Oh, anyway, I can't even think of the rapper name. But anyway, he's with Young Dolph. He signed a Young Dolph label, and which is I think it's Paper Route Empire is the name of their thing. And last night, I just so happened to be scrolling through their stories because I follow both of them, and they tagging each other, going back and forth, arguing and stuff. And the first thing that popped in my head was these other young rappers that get killed and stuff, and they, because we know that Dolphin got beef locally and stuff like that, but it's just like, and they're older. You know what I'm saying? And it's like y'all got these young, especially with what's going on, with all of this, stuff with these rappers constantly getting killed and stuff like that because they still have to act like they still in the streets, even though they're the chosen ones to probably get out of that situation with their talent. They choose to still live their life because they feel like they have something to prove to people that I'm still down or whatever.
Right.
And I feel like, now I don't know if they have or have not, told their young artists this, but and it's a sticky situation, but I just think that they need to kind of guide them in a way like it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Jail is no place that nobody wants to be, and dead is no place that nobody wants to be.
No.
So it's really not worth it because both of these rappers, I don't know about the younger guys, but like they're both of their, the big guys that they signed to have families, kids, and girlfriends and wives or whatever. So it's just like, why do y'all want to leave? Y'all want to leave y'all kids here fatherless? You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, do they not think about that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, because as soon as one kill the other, they family crying, oh, my child, you know what I'm saying? And you don't, but it's like, it's just crazy to me. I just think that it's all stupid. It's over nothing. But I just really hope that those two young men here in Memphis can just put their differences aside because I like both of their music.
Mm-hmm.
But I just would hate to hear some shit like so and so and so and so shot. And if they get shot in Memphis, then that means Memphis ain't nothing but this big. It's a fucking circle. Right. They get shot somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It might be somewhere we ain't.
Exactly. But one thing that I'm glad to see is the versus battle between Jeezy and Gucci Mane. Because, they have a long history worth of beef where somebody in one of their camps got killed over this. And, I don't know what's going to happen, you know what I'm saying? But I'm hoping that it sets a precedent that if these two OGs in the game could come together and put aside their differences, and
I think, honestly, because I can't remember what it was, but somebody was talking about it, and they said that originally Gucci denied it.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do it. He wasn't fucking with it. But now all of a sudden, he decided to do it. So people didn't think that it was going to happen because Gucci Mane said no. Mm. But now they're saying yes or whatever. And I think it's happened because like today. So today is Tuesday, you guys. So it'll be Friday before you guys hear this. So I think the versus is Thursday.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's Thursday. So, this is beforehand. But they said that I think that it's because of the stuff that's happened with the young rappers and stuff like that they're trying to, I guess, come together and I guess show that it doesn't have to be that way or whatever. But even though I really like Gucci Mane, I think Jeezy is probably gonna win this shit.
It's hard for me to decide. I'm torn. Like, I have good memories with both of these artists. And then the great thing about it is they're going to play their song together so icy. And it's like one of my favorite songs. Like, it brings me to a nostalgic place to hear their song, So I'm happy to hear their part about them coming together because it's really epic because that means that they're thinking about the younger generation. They're putting aside their differences and their egos to come together and make a statement so that we can hopefully stop this crap. You know what I'm saying? We're bullshit, to be honest. Because, we've already losing too many of our sons and fathers to police brutality, let alone us killing each other. Especially over some petty dumbass shit as a woman or, some ass beef.
Like I said, it ain't never about no.
It ain't never about what?
No money. Like, don't be mad at me. It's never about the money. It's always about like money. Money. That's something serious. People will kill motherfuckers about their money. However, I think that's stupid too because if you kill me, bitch, I can't give your money. Like,
if I'm dead, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm dead. You got a charge, and you still ain't got your money.
Now you in jail and broke. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so you can go to your next topic.
Well, it kind of segued from what we were talking about. One thing I don't like that we do as people as it relates to social media is when something tragically is happening, why is it that we do this instead of do this? Like Triple X, when he was shot, somebody was video recording him shot. Ain't nobody called. They said call 911. And I'm like, you have your phone in your hand. Why are you recording me? Like, to me, you got to be mentally disturbed to want to film somebody in their weakest moment or dying. That it's something wrong with people. Like, what have we turned into in society to where we're filming people's demises or people getting beat up and stuff? Now, every now and again, I like to watch videos where the bully get beat up and stuff like that. But just, folks that's getting drugged and hurt and physically harmed and women getting beat on.
I never watched. I cannot stuff like fighting. Like I used to fucking hate watching those videos, like especially like girls, like teenage girls and stuff like that. Women fighting to the point like somebody like, especially if it's blood or it look like a bitch about to die or a nigga about to die. Like I hate watching stuff like that because I was traumatized at a young age. Mm-hmm. So like I know Tasha can remember this. It was this girl and this boy, and I think the guy in jail now for rape. But this was middle school. We was in the 8th grade. And this girl in our class, she was kind of like, I guess she would say she was bad or whatever. Her and her sisters, they all used to, fight all the time. And so I guess her and this dude, they end up getting into it. This guy, we were in the 8th grade. This dude had to be already 6 feet tall in the 8th grade. And I just never forget, they got into a fight. And she's a girl. She's about my height. And she was small. But she talked a lot of shit. And he didn't care that she was a girl or not. And he like beat the shit out of that girl when we was in the 8th grade. To the point that I thought that girl was gonna die. Like the girls and people started crying. And the teacher, she was a little white lady. She couldn't do shit. She was scared too. And some of the dudes had to the other boys had to try to help get him off of her. Like it was that bad. And I remember he had up against the chalkboard. It was crazy. Like to the point I thought that girl was gonna die, and we cried. And ever since then, in the 8th grade, I don't watch no shit like that. Right. I don't get in person, and I never understood people running to fights. Like fuck that. I'm going
because you might be the one to get hit.
By accident, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I don't watch that type of stuff.
And that also lets you know, women, as we said before, you keep your hands to yourself because just because he a guy don't mean he ain't gonna swing on
you. Especially if you ain't his mama or his woman or something.
And they beat on their women and their mamas.
What they do?
Some random shit.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. You ain't now one of them, and then you come over there. They don't give a shit about you.
That's so crazy. But my whole point was to, the focus should be on helping that person as best you can. I understand as Black people, we have this code where we don't intervene in people's things or situations. Because I know sometimes, there have been situations where folk have intervened and they ended up losing their lives. So, you do it with a hint of caution, but at the same time, don't be filming nobody.
I'm not fucking period.
No, I mean it's getting involved, like getting in the middle of something is totally different than if you see somebody clearly shot and whoever shot them is long gone.
It depends on where. I would say it depends on where it is because, I have hung out in some places like in the fucking hood and shit and seen some shit before, and bitch, I'm not calling no motherfucker. That's it. I'm dead. Now, You know, I done
We
seen some
do
shit.
get real suspect because you got to talk to the police.
It was a situation with a guy in Memphis. This was years ago, and I was seeing this guy, and he had me in the hood per se, you know, with him, and it was supposed to be, you know, I don't think that he thought anything bad was gonna happen, but this particular night, just so happened, two of the guys, some guys that came and they got to fighting, and it was like some beef type of stuff too. And so, no bullshit. Like a couple of weeks later, one of those dudes was murdered. And they were trying to say, you know, hearsay was like it had something to do with that night. Cause I definitely saw the fight. I ran the fuck up out of that bitch. And I was trying not to fucking
Be
get
seen.
bitch. I was about that motherfucker. And the guy who I was with, he told me, he said, don't ever go up there by your motherfucking self ever. Cause you know, eventually one time I ended up going up there, not with him, but with a friend girl who was talking to one of the other guys who um who was there or whatever, who hung out there. Well, we ended up not going, but we were going to go. And when I said something to him about it, he was like, "You bet not go up there by yourself, like ever." Yeah. So in those situations, bitch, I'm not fucking calling nobody. Cause you ain't y'all they not for the Takashi 6ix9ine me. You know what I'm saying? Cause to be all the way honest, that Takashi 6ix9ine shit, any of these motherfuckers say that they would do the same motherfucking thing that that man did in that situation. You facing all this jail time, your motherfucking ass gonna squeal too. I don't know about this shit. You gonna fucking squeal too. And you know, and granted, you know, he's a troll and all that stuff. He needs to kind of fucking lay low. But apparently he got some protection that some of the other motherfuckers ain't got, because he just running off at the mouth and he just trolling every goddamn body. So he must feel it.
Apparently.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be so in those situations, now but I also ain't gonna be recording shit either.
Mm-mm.
I don't need no evidence in my phone, none of this
Well,
shit.
I don't need nobody knocking on my door. The less interaction I got with the police, the better.
Yeah, it's like no. So yeah, so in those situations, I ain't saying shit. But ladies, that means don't be fucking with no nigga that live that kind of lifestyle, because this shit you don't want
Yeah,
to have
because
no.
I had an ex-boyfriend that was murdered, last year. And
I remember.
we were dating, or it was a little bit after we dated. We were still friends. He had gotten stabbed. And it just broke my heart because it was like, damn, you really choosing this life. Like you don't have a choice not to live this life. And I really had to disassociate myself from him. Even though he was a good guy, had a great heart, I just couldn't involve myself in it because what if somebody see me with you? You know what I'm saying? Or assume that I'm your girl, even though we just friends, or follow us, or follow me to my house and put myself at risk and my parents at risk because of some beef that you've gotten yourself into. And when I heard that he was murdered, like I just cried because it was like I told him, I was like, you don't get yourself out of this situation, it's only two places you're gonna end up, dead or in jail. And it's very few that make it out alive. And a lot of them end up with in a wheelchair or, some, life altering situation. So, all together, just anybody that's young, that's, in the streets or whatever, just really consider what the consequences are. I know at this point you may feel like you don't have any options or any choice. You may feel like it's cool, and I'm not trying to be no square or nothing, but at the end of the day, it's not worth it. It really ain't.
It's not worth it. Yeah. So our next time, we want to talk about this bootleg, funky ass election, election. Like, 2020, the 2020 election is so fucking ghetto this year. Like, I don't understand. Like, and like, I still don't know. Did they finish like all the recounts and stuff? Because even though we've already declared Joe Biden and Kamala, because I be calling her Kamala.
Right.
Kamala is Harris, right? It's like Harris, right? Kamala Harris, we have declared them as our new president and vice president.
Mm-hmm.
And even though, but didn't some certain states have to recount?
Georgia, girl, Georgia still recounting.
I think there's some people by hand, and then I think it was another. It was was it Nevada or which
Now,
one?
they were taking forever to count the vote because they got a lot of mail-in ballots, so they was taking their precious time.
So today is the 17th, and so technically, all the ballots aren't in, right? They haven't counted everybody in.
Well, as far as I know, Georgia is still recounting, and according to the Associated Press, Nevada was claimed for Joe Biden, Pennsylvania, and I believe it was North Carolina. Either North Carolina or South Carolina went to Trump. Well, both of them went to Trump, but Georgia still like blue on his map.
Girl,
because the race was so close and it was under 1%, they automatically have to recount. Some states do that, but it's just like, come on, Trump,
stupid.
just let it go.
The dumbest shit in the world. Like, if I won, motherfucker. Don't give us like 1 point. Like the NBA don't do that shit. It's only 1 point. So y'all got to run that play back again so we can see if the other team. Like, no, 1 point. Like,
Prime example with Hillary Clinton. She won the popular vote and she only lost by a few thousand votes.
And then we didn't do all of this shit.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know who Trump got on his team to make all of these changes happen. Because I remember as a kid seeing the fucking president be announced that same night. Like, what happened? You mean to tell me technology was better then than it is now?
Well, no, it's because of the pandemic. You know, a lot of Democrats voted, by mail, whereas a lot of Republicans voted in person. So most of the ballots that were counted are Democratic. But for Trump to get up and say, when they wasn't counting the ballots, I was winning, and then when they started, I started losing. Like, what?
It's cool, right? Like, when they say we can hate Trump is the leader of the free nation or whatever, but let me tell you something. That motherfucker is hilarious. He should be a comedian. Like, I'm gonna miss him saying dumb shit up there in front of the world. Like, funny as hell. It's like sometimes it would just get so bad to the point, like, it's just like you just like, is he serious right now? Like,
he like that drunk uncle that show up to the party or to the family function.
Like, what the fuck did he say? I won this election by a lot. Like, what? Come on, Donald Trump.
I won bigly. And bitch, did you see the damn moving truck in front of the White House?
Yes, I saw that. They said, I saw a meme that said that there was what's his wife's name?
Melania.
Yeah, they said she tried to get the fuck up out of it. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if that woman leave him after this.
I'm sure she is. Because I did not marry you for you to be president. I married you because you had money, nigga.
And she looked miserable. Like, she just does not look happy. And fucking, but I am happy about that. We just hope that, Biden getting there and does things that he says that he's gonna do. And, back on the pandemic, I definitely feel like Biden is gonna shut our ass back down.
Part of me is like, we probably need to be shut down because people are out here like ain't none happy.
Yeah, and I heard the other day they said Texas was the first state to get 1 million COVID cases, I think.
Yeah, now California.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of people. We have over 11 million cases that we know of. So you're not factoring in the people that have it and not going to get tested.
Yeah.
Because that's not being factored in either.
That test was horrible. I was like this. And the girl said, "Can you not?" She said, "Can you not squint your eyes because I can't see." So I guess when I was squinching, I was like moving my nose, and she went in both of them.
Yeah, that's what they do to make sure, it's not hiding up in one of the nostrils. But I mean, I would take the uncomfort to know if I have it or not, rather than not knowing. Because beforehand, I just thought it was my sinuses, until I started feeling physically fatigued, and I was, at work, thinking that, oh, it's just my sinuses. The weather is changing. I take this medicine. I started feeling better. But now I had that shit, and it wasn't until I got home that something ain't right, you know. So everybody, as we said before, please be safe, even still. If we have to shut down, because I just saw Taiwan, they had a whole big old concert because for the past 200 days they hadn't had any new reports of COVID. So if we gotta be, shut down for a little while to help this shit go away so we can go about our normal lives, I would rather do that than to continue to have to wear that motherfucking mask everywhere.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't think it's gonna go back as far as the mask. If it does go away, it won't be in 2021, maybe 2022, maybe 2023, but it's not gonna go away no time soon. Like this is our new norm. You gotta wear the mask, and it's just that on it. They'd have, found a way to incorporate these motherfucking masks and outfits and shit on Fashion Nova. So like I'm sure that this is the way it's gonna fucking be. Everywhere you go, like
Yeah.
that's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but we
One
are
of the
glad.
benefits is I don't always have to do my makeup and shit.
Girl, look, I still gonna do my motherfucking makeup. Mask be dingy as a mug on the inside, full of makeup. But you know, we are excited and happy about the election results, especially because we have us a Black woman who is the vice president of the United States, making history out here. You know what I'm saying?
She Black, for those of y'all. She ain't Black, she Black.
She Black, and
Just
I'm
like
Black.
Sinbad said, we get our half, y'all get y'all half. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, so she's Black, so we're happy about that. Congrats to the Biden and Harris campaign.
I want
That's
to see them stroll, all the AKAs stroll up and down Pennsylvania Avenue. I want a whole barbecue.
Instagram. So she might would do something like that. You never know.
I want a barbecue. I want to hear set it off by suggestion. Set it off by suggestion.
Hey, set it out. Hey, and this
I
what's the
want to
other?
see all that.
Is that the same song that on the left? That's the
Uh-huh.
same,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So now we have another serious topic. I'll let Deanna bring this one in. Cause yeah, I don't know why we so fucking serious today.
I don't know. It's serious times, girlfriend. Okay, so this next topic. Is it me or is there like an Instagram model starter kit where you get like a certain type of face, certain type of titties, a certain type of ass and hips? Like, is that somewhere you can like go buy
Dude,
your
what is an Instagram? That's what we need to find out. Like, I feel like an Instagram model is a bitch who gets paid for this shit, not a bitch who posts pictures
oh yeah.
for like. So,
Yeah,
but
and wannabe models. Let's say wannabe, because you do have
well,
girls that post these perfect pictures, and you can tell, like, bitch, you done did some shit, because Black people's nose ain't that narrow. Like,
I don't know. It's a influx of plastic surgery going on. I know recently. Now I don't know if everybody using their pandemic money, they unemployment and shit like that, going to get their titties and ass done. But I know personally at least like 4 girls who's gone. Maybe more. I know personally.
If they disappear for 3 to 6 months,
And I
you
know
got that
one
shit done.
who are planning to go get it done. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, ladies, if you're gonna go get your body done and you're gonna do all of this stuff, my only issue is make sure that it is for you. It is
They're
something.
proportional.
Well, no, well, in proportional, but I just make sure that women do it because they want to do it, not because they trying to get a type of nude or something like that. Even though I have heard that, you know, women say that because they have gotten their bodies done, that it does, they attract a certain type of man, which is a nigga with money.
But
You
my
know,
question is, what's gonna happen when you get them titties and ass get to be 40, 50 years old, and you don't have Kim Kardashian money, and that's no shade to her, but she got the money to keep getting this shit done over and over again if needed. Because clearly it's gonna have to be, you're gonna have to keep getting it done. For example, trans people that get their bodies done, they have to constantly go get the hormones, constantly have to get the surgeries and stuff to keep their figure. And my thing is it me or are the thighs sold separately? Like, do they not come with this package?
the thighs are so, to be all the way honest, because so it's a young lady who I know who has got her body done, but she's also like a vlogger and or whatever. And so I watch her YouTube or whatever. And so she mentioned on there that, she got stuff in her hips area when she got her stuff done, because she was like, a lot of girls don't do that. They just get the back part. But when you looking straight up from me, looking at me from the front, and I'm straight up and down, and you don't have no curves, but you got a fat ass, like it looks stupid. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the thighs and the hips and stuff not matched. You know what I'm saying?
That's just like with me. I don't have no big old booty, but for my shape, no, I don't have no big ass. Not like that. But I am kind of straight up and down. And when you turn to the side, like my sister say, it look like I got on booty pads.
What about that is, though, it don't look crazy like that because that's who you really are. You know what I'm saying? How God made you. But when you go in pumping shit up in your ass and your titties and stuff like that, then it may start altering other things. And my thing is, if I had the money to, I probably would. I'm not gonna even say I would go. I would definitely consider it though. I'm just scary. So that's probably the only reason why I wouldn't go, because we all know I'm a little, fluffy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not pleased 100% with how, my physical upkeep, how my body is. Mm-hmm. I would be able to go get some surgery if you could promise me that I'm gonna come out that motherfucker alive and healthy still.
Right, and the shit look right in proportion.
You know what I'm saying?
one titty right here, one down.
That's happened. I've seen it. I've seen it in girls, not no celebrities and stuff like that. Well, I had seen some celebrities too. But yeah, like that stuff is crazy. And like a lot of girls are going out of the country to get this shit done. And that alone scares me.
You kind of get the great value plastic surgery. I feel like if you're gonna do that, make sure that you do it with a doctor. I would rather save my money to go to the right person than to risk my life in Dominican Republic or Peru or some random ass place.
Yeah, they're going out of the country and get this stuff done, and that's my only thing. They're like, if I was to get something like that done, I don't want to get that shit done like here. Like, is there not a plastic surgeon in Memphis that knows how to do this shit?
I'm sure, but they probably not like in their budget. They want to pay $2,000 for a whole new body.
Because I'm like, I don't really hurt. Every person I know go to Miami or shit. I want everybody go to fucking Miami or Dominican Republic or somewhere.
You go to Miami for everything.
Everything. You go to Miami to get you a rich nigga, get your ass done, get some drugs or something. Because I guess everything go right there by the water or whatever.
The port.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just it's a lot of girls that's going to get that done. And I just say just do it because it's something that you want to do and something that will make you feel better. Because if you doing it for somebody else, that still ain't gonna make you fucking happy. You
Right.
know?
Because he's still going to cheat on your ass, you and all that plastic.
Yeah, because I mean, to be all the way honest, I have a candy on. The only reason why I want me a fat ass or something like that is so, I can give me a rich man. But or give me one of these little rappers or some shit like that. However,
I don't want that lifestyle.
I don't
I
care
don't want
that.
that struggle.
Look, regular nigga me, please. Can I
I
get
ain't saying regular. I just don't want rapper girlfriend struggle. Or
a
I
regular?
want to meet him at the Jeezy phase. You know what I'm saying? Now, like Gina Mine, where he want to be faithful and shit like that. That's where I want to be my rapper at.
I want a regular degular. And a regular degular don't necessarily mean he broke or nothing like that. I just need me a regular man, they just go to work, take care of his family. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. Just regular. Cause I'm over the fucking top. So I have to get a regular nigga. Like I can't do this. So, I don't know if regular niggas like regular bodies, so I'm just gonna keep a fucking regular body. Maybe I can give me a regular ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, we'll just embrace the little
That's all right. When that plastic go to pussing out,
that has
falling
happened.
apart.
I
Because
mean,
Michelle, she had to, and I'm glad that she has been open and honest about her plastic surgery and that, her struggles with it because it really lets you know, hey, is this something I really want to do to myself or risk doing for the sake of attention of a man? When these regular ass, simple ass men, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the niggas with money, they still simple. You be have your ass and shit done here cheap with a bitch that look like a gorilla. So that ain't gonna make no nigga do you right.
not doing it like that. Like men, we don't men put a lot of pressure on women to look a certain way and to have certain things. But like when you think about it, like we don't care if a nigga fat. Well, I guess if he got money, then we
Yeah.
don't care. You know,
Put that
and
in.
like but even then, like when dudes are not their best, as far as their physique goes, like we don't look at that shit too often. It's very rare that we be like, oh girl, not especially now at this age. Most of these niggas gotta look good now anyway. And I be rubbing on it too, baby.
Right, yeah.
We gonna rub on each other. We gonna
We'll put us a man together. You know what I'm
bump
saying?
fucking bellies, bump bellies, bitch.
He ain't got no hair, but he got a good job, girl. He ain't got no teeth, but he
Well,
loves me.
gotta have some teeth, man. Bro, he gotta have some freaking.
Girl, he walking on a peg like a pirate. But baby,
He got some gold. Yeah, damn it.
nigga got an eye patch,
Do he got
a
some
hairy ass back, but he love me.
Exactly. So, just regular nigga me, and there's something about it in regular that they accept my regular body. Because I mean, even though I ain't 100% happy with what I got going on, it's like I'm kind of like, you know, I'm cool with because I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a cute ass flags bitch anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it really not even matter. You know what I'm saying? Bitch got a little extra little roll back there. You know what I'm saying?
It's to keep you warm in the winter.
To keep you warm, baby. These niggas, they don't be tripping. You know what I'm saying? I seen a girl post on excuse me, y'all. I seen a girl post today on Facebook, and she said, and she owns a plus size boutique locally, and she said being fat ain't never. She said I ain't never could get nothing being fat except for an outfit, and she said, and if he got enough stretch, I'll squeeze that motherfucker too. right, girl. I done got everything I wanted, probably except for a motherfucking outfit being fat, and that's just dead on that. You know
Well, I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
it works both ways too, because it's certain shit because I'm really small that I can't wear. You know, it took me a minute to be able to wear a fucking jumpsuit because I was so goddamn skinny. It's like, what's the point if I'm looking like a piece of cardboard? You know, like a jumpsuit is designed to accentuate the curves. You know, it's certain stuff that skinny girls can't wear either. I couldn't wear my legs out because I look like a little chicken. You know, like two little twigs walking down the street. So it goes both ways. I think we have one more topic to talk about, and then we're gonna get on up out of here. Um, what happens when the guy has the quality that you want, but he's not the guy that you want? Like, how do you deal with it? Because that has happened to me, where it's a guys that I've talked to or dated that they were consistent, you know, they um took me out, did different things for me and stuff, but then it's just no chemistry between, you know, the two of us.
It ain't, there's no chemistry. If that chemistry, that's vibing what the young folks call it. Because since I've been I've been dating for a long time, but here recently dating, all niggas tell me I'm just looking for a vibe. I just want to catch a vibe. So I guess that's the thing. To me, I'm like,
It means I want to fuck.
well, that too. But you know what I'm saying? If it's no chemistry there, then it's nothing we can do.
Right.
It's like, it doesn't matter how sweet, nice, how polite, even how much money. Because I done been in a situation where the nigga had some, you know, some little coin, nigga willing to do some shit for you. But guess what? It was no fucking chemistry, and eventually I just couldn't do this shit.
Right.
Like, it was just like, no, like I gotta roll. You know, this is.
I'm gonna end up cheating on you.
I'm definitely gonna end up fucking cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's not even worth it, because and then I hate when the guy is so nice and so good that you feel so guilty about doing anything outside of here. You feeling so guilty, and at that point, when I have to keep going back and forth with myself in my mind about this shit, like, that means it's time for me to go, because I'm not at peace. I need peace of mind to know I ain't just dogging this good ass man out. I'm just gonna leave him alone, let him find somebody that he's gonna be.
But sometimes they know.
They be knowing. I'm gonna tell you, just like the police officer. You know what I'm saying? The one who didn't like the podcast, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Or the idea of, I don't know if he listens still or whatever. But I ultimately felt like there would have probably been that situation with him if it had progressed to something. Like, we definitely fucking it wasn't gonna work, because it was no chemistry there, and I felt like he felt that too. So when he stopped, he really, like, he slick ghosted the fuck out of me, bitch. But I didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that don't count. Ghosting only counts when you actually care that you got ghosted.
Okay.
There's plenty of niggas that ain't text me, and I ain't thought twice about that until they be like, "Hey, stranger," like, who is this?
I definitely got Hey Strangers, because I just got another Hey Stranger since we've been
See,
recording.
you posted that. I'm negative. Niggas coming through.
She ain't got on it,
and she can't give it to me for the next 90 days at least.
I ain't gonna trust that.
No, you can't catch it for the next 90 days or whatever they say.
Hey, but I ain't gonna trust that shit, because the CDC don't, because that now
Yeah,
they say,
clearly.
now mouthwash kill it in 30 seconds. So you tell me all I had to do was fucking gargle and I would have got coronavirus. Like, do I need to keep mouthwash or hand sanitizer? I don't understand.
Or do I need to inject myself with disinfectant?
Like, do I need mouthwash, hand sanitizer, or mask? Like, I just don't understand anymore. Like,
baby.
But
like dating somebody that you're not really I guess it's different for women than it is for men, because a man know damn well he don't want your ass. Don't have no plans of being with you and will let you be girlfriend for as long as you play boo boo the fool until he finds somebody else that he wants. And
Because
but sleep at night. It's
then,
women that be up at night. I'm doing him wrong. Maybe I should just tell him. Maybe I should just leave him alone because he's a good guy and I don't want to ruin him for nobody else and all that bullshit. But a nigga, he will run your ass dry and want some about it.
but my thing is, you don't have chemistry. I don't want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Like
But that's women. That's how we are. We want sparks
I don't
and fuzzy shit. Men,
I
they just
around your ass. So the thing, so like the topic was, if he has all of the qualities, but there's no, chemistry there. I probably, if there's no chemistry, I probably won't get to the point where I even know that you exude all the qualities that I want, because I'm gonna be able to feel it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So off the rip, if we ain't got no chemistry, I ain't finna keep on getting to know your ass. I don't know what fucking qualities you get. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's something that I find out, in the very beginning. And even now, as I've been dating, and especially now when I'm super hard on a nigga now. Like, I don't trust a nigga in the first 90 days. Like, you don't get no trust. So I feel like you faking the whole time anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even say, oh, he has these qualities, because I done met niggas who I thought had all these amazing qualities that I thought that I wanted. But when the nigga, we start really seeing who he really is, he was just putting on. He was just faking this shit. So
I got a couple stories with that.
Yeah, so if it's no motherfucking chemistry off the jump, I don't give a fuck what your qualities are. I'm about it.
I'm kind of like yes and no, because sometimes it might be an awkward situation and you guys meeting or what have you, and once you really take the time to get to know somebody, because like there was this guy I met online. Of course, I meet most of my people online. And it was like he was texting me, and every now and again he would call me and stuff. And I just really wouldn't give him the time of day because it was like, I'm not really that interested or whatever. But when I decided to actually give him time, I was like, damn, we got a lot of things in common. And damn, I really like you. I like, our vibe and our chemistry that we have. So sometimes, it will take a little bit more time for that. And I'm a little more open to that, but I do look at you shake your head. I am. I'm kind of willing to
Look,
a little more chances. But I'm fresh in the game though, so I got a little more time to wait.
see, my homegirl at work was telling me, she was like, she said, you don't cut a nigga no slack. Like, you be done. And I'm just like, I really do sleep because slack, but it's only with certain motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He gotta have like some shit that I'm like, I want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I will cut a nigga slack sometimes, but most of the time, no, I'm not cutting no motherfucking slack. Like, if we ain't vibing off the rib, I'm not gonna waste my time. And that could be because, like, me and you now, like, you're dating now, I am too, but I've been out here dating a little bit longer than, well, a lot longer than you had, because you were married. So we on different sides of the spectrum. Like, now I can't fuck with nobody when it's no chemistry, because I'm trying to have a child, and you know what I'm saying, I want a husband. You know what I'm saying, I'm on a time schedule right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to waste. So, I ain't finna wait and see if the sparks will fly later. I ain't got time for it. See, you dating, you meeting
I'm having
people.
the time of my life.
Yeah, you enjoying yourself. You enjoying yourself and shit. Me, on the other hand, I'm sick of this shit. So my husband,
Like in the theme song.
I'm sick of this shit. Like, Nick, so guys, if you're listening, if you're watching, I am super single.
At Cleo say on all platforms.
I'm super single, but don't be bringing your motherfucking ass in my DMs or none of that bullshit. If you know you finna be with the shit or you married, or you got 5 kids and 4 baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? I don't. So
And they
that's
expect your ass to accept it without them goddamn baby mamas. And don't get me wrong, I have 2 kids, but they by the same daddy. And I am very picky about guys that have multiple baby mamas. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you have more drama with baby mamas than you do baby daddy.
yeah. I mean, I agree with that. Like, I don't mind being with kids,
And it's 3 motherfucking people I got to deal with. Versus
but
one.
yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind men with kids. I'm told, especially now, like I can't be like, he can't have no kids. Now maybe I don't have any, so there's some men my age who don't have kids. But my thing is like it's the multiple baby mamas thing, and I don't mind like if he got like 5 kids as long as you know what I'm saying. Because I have talked to a guy who had 5 kids, but he was married before, and I think one of them was a set of twins, and but they were all by the same woman. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like it was 2 sets of twins and a child. So he had 5 kids by the same woman, but he had 2 sets of twins. So he only really got pregnant 3 times, you know what I'm saying? But they were married, and so they ended up, divorcing or whatever. I mean, I entertained him, but ultimately his kids were too young. That was one thing. They were little kids, and I'm like, so you mean if this was to work out, like I would have to be like stepmama to 5 motherfuckers?
To go from 0 to 5, that's a lot. I don't want to date a guy that got more than 2 kids unless he can like comfortably take care of his children as well as us. And even though my kids, they have a father, so there's his sole responsibility wouldn't be to take care of me and the kids. There is help on the end. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to have to struggle because we're paying child support. I don't, and it might be hypocritical.
Cause your baby mama get mad and be like, he married to that bitch over there and she banked up. I need an increase. No, bitch.
Exactly. So
Mendices and Yandy. I think that's ultimately the reason why they never really officially got married.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's why. And in a way, I can't blame them. Because with him, at the time, him being in jail, that was going to come out of Yandy's pocket. Mendice wasn't making no money.
Yeah.
And he was in jail for a good minute.
He was.
I definitely don't blame her. She stunned for the internet, got that check, that special check. And they thought they was going to get them some coins. And was like, ha ha, bitch, we ain't married. And he left everything in my name. So I mean, I don't blame them, because we didn't know how long he was gonna be in prison. And she would have had to still pay that child support probably.
Girl, I'm just looking down at our fucking horror. I can't fucking wait to get out of this quarantine, bitch. Well, I will be tomorrow because I'm gonna go to work.
Hopefully I will be free by the end of the week because I got some shenanigans I'm trying to get into.
Oh Lord. We gonna save those shenanigans stories for the next episode.
Right.
So I guess we done talked enough today. We done rambled a little bit.
We got hungry. I got the bunches and I ain't even high.
I'm high and I'm definitely gonna go make me a motherfucking sandwich. A turkey sandwich with some bacon on it. Ooh.
Because bacon don't count.
Who? Bacon.
Bacon don't count as pork.
It sure does. No, doesn't. Period. But I want to thank you guys for listening to another episode of
Beach.
Let me tell you what happened.
Don't forget to follow us and subscribe. Bye.